My girlfriend cheating on me.
Wow.
Y'all see that? My girlfriend over there cheating on me, man.
Nothing.
Welcome back to Hotel Stories. So I get a call from a guest, right? Guest services, how may I help you? My wife just caught me. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna try and sneak out my side chick from the side door. I just need you to keep her distracted in the front desk. I'll give you $100, please. Yeah, sure. No problem, sir. I'll keep her distracted. Little did he know. So she comes up to the front desk, right? I'm like, I'm sorry, ma'am. That description doesn't sound familiar. But a lot of people get this hotel mixed up with the one that's right behind us. If you just go around the side, you could probably get there a little bit sooner than just driving. Just check the next hotel. So I got her to go around through the back of the hotel. She catches him sneaking her out through the back. Through my cameras.
You still get the $100. You got that man caught without getting him caught, girl. Hush.
Tell me about a time where you saw karma do its thing.
My ex-husband ended up cheating on me and leaving me and our children for another woman. 2 weeks before Christmas.
That's messed up.
She was cheating on him with their colleagues/friends. And when I found out through a mutual friend, I warned him, but he thought I was just being petty, so he
wasn't gonna believe you.
And of course she continued doing what she was doing. And then she left him for another woman. And got back with him. And left him for another man.
Dang!
Even though they had been engaged. Because apparently sleeping with him, aka a married man, was not clue enough for him that she didn't value monogamy and the sanctity of marriage.
Karma is a beast.
So while she was putting him through far worse than what he ever put me through, got a degree, started a career I love, and became far more stable than I ever was with him.
Story time. So yesterday I was in the airport in North Carolina, waiting to come back home to Atlanta. And I see 2 women and a guy. The one female is a beautiful redhead. The other one looks like a wannabe Instagram model. The gentleman looks like Eminem, Marshall Mathers. The beautiful redhead is bawling her eyes out as she is being manipulated by the best friend and the boyfriend because they slept together. The best friend said to the redhead, I had to sleep with him to see how good of a friend I was to you.
What?
The douchebag boyfriend said, I had to sleep with your best friend to see how much I love you. To see how much I love you. I was waiting in line getting a coffee and some food. I overhear this. The wannabe Instagram model and the dude is actually faced back to me. So I see the redhead, I go like this, and I point to the bathroom. Guess where she meets me? Inside of the bathroom. I grab some tissues to dry her eyes, I give her my phone number, and I said, listen, if you have TikTok, here's my handle, please watch everything. And I said to her, you are going to be okay. It is rough right now, but you are going to be okay.
Yeah.
People who truly love you would never hurt you like that.
That's messed up. For her, appreciate you looking out for a sister. But that dude and her best friend? I'm sleeping with your best friend because I just want to make sure I love you so much, girl. Just trying to make sure I love you. Shut up.
What is the craziest way you guys found out that somebody was cheating on you?
Okay, hold on. This was made for me. Hold on. Okay, you ready? So granted, most of my followers already know I'm in a very happy relationship now. This is my ex that we're talking about. So, but that being said, when I lived elsewhere, not here, I, of course, had a different job. And at that job, I had to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I would leave my house at like 4:30 because it was only 8 minutes away. And anxiety just works that way, right?
Okay.
So, out of nowhere, every single morning that I was going to work, I was getting pulled over by a police officer. Ask my boyfriend about it. Oh, yeah, he's been sending me explicit pictures. Come to find out, he lived up the street from us and was married. And was sleeping with my boyfriend. And that's why he was pulling me over.
Alright, so I'm with my boy Santi here. What's your name? What's your name? You know her name? No. What's your name? Huh? You recording? What's your name? Yes, I'm recording. Alright, so I'm with my boy Santi here. We're doing a social experiment. We got Kiki here. So we're gonna do a social experiment where couples change phones. Check through it.
Y'all know nothing about no coupling.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Oh, she got something to hide, huh?
Look at her.
Kids, I'm telling you, pants.
Starting.
Check through messages, everything, Insta, Snap.
No, you're gonna look at shit from like 3 months ago.
Y'all don't supposed to be dating nobody.
Alright, so we know who the loyal one in this couple is. Good stuff, my boy, good stuff.
Damn, I got you.
Look at her. I'm telling your mama.
Story time about how I got caught hooking up with my stepson. Disclaimer, this is not my story time. It was sent to me on Instagram. My husband actually cheated on his wife with me. I started working at his company when I was 18. We started an affair and I knew it was wrong, but at the time I was very broke. He offered me a wealthy lifestyle and believe it or not, we fell in love. So when he and I got married, I was still 18. He was much older than me, he was 42. Everyone in town, of course, started hating me because I broke up the family. His wife couldn't even see my face. My husband already had 2 kids when we got married. One was 12, one was 15. So they were much closer in age to me than he was. The kids and I got along super well. I was their cool stepmom and we had a lot of fun.
No, you weren't no damn cool stepmom. No, you was a sibling. That's what the hell you was. What you talking about?
When I turned 20, the oldest boy came to live with us. And I think you already know what happens. My husband was always traveling for work. That means my stepson and I would be home alone most of the time. One night we decided to watch a movie, and before I knew it, we were making out on the couch. From then, we basically started an affair behind my husband's back. Part 2 is up.
Part 2.
Part 2 about how I got caught hooking up with my stepson. Disclaimer, this is not my story time. It was sent to me on Instagram. So like I said, my husband was always traveling for work. So my stepson and I would be alone in the house a lot. One night we were watching a movie and it just happened. After that, we couldn't get enough of each other. He even started skipping class so that he could spend more time with me. We basically turned into boyfriend and girlfriend when my husband wasn't there. When my husband would come home from his work trips, we would pretend like everything was normal. One day after my husband got back from one of his work trips, he found one of his son's socks in our bed. He asked me how I got there, but I told him it probably got stuck in there while I was washing the sheets. A few months passed by and my stepson and I are still...
Like she's lying.
A few months passed by and my stepson and I are still hooking up. This is when I realized that I hadn't gotten my period in a few months. My period was always irregular, so I didn't think anything of it. My stepson went to the pharmacy to get me a pregnancy test. It came out positive. But the big problem is that my husband can't have children anymore. How was I going to explain this to my husband when he couldn't have kids? Part 3 is up.
I don't know. I don't know how you going to explain that. Don't ask me. Part 3.
Part 3 about how I got caught hooking up with my stepson. Disclaimer, this is not my story time. It was sent to me on Instagram. My stepson and I take the pregnancy test and it turns out it was positive. Well, I told my stepson that his dad wasn't able to have kids anymore. That's when he really flipped out. Then he tells me we should just tell his dad the truth. I told him let's not do anything until we actually confirm that I'm pregnant. We go to the doctor the next day and it turns out I'm not pregnant. But this made me realize that we needed to end the affair. Once we got home, I told him we needed to break things off. He begged me not to and we went to his bedroom. Not even 2 minutes later, his mother walks in. She catches us on his bed. She nearly has a heart attack, calls his dad and tells him everything. She took him out of the house and told me never to see him again. When my husband came back from his trip, he made me promise not to see my stepson again. I told him we should get a divorce, but he said no. Then he...
What? What the hell going on? He okay with it?
He confessed to me that he's been having an affair too. Now he doesn't even let me leave the house anymore. I want a divorce. What should I do?
No, you stuck. Sleeper. You gotta hump on this son. You humping on somebody else? You just stuck though. Y'all just got a circle, a rectangle, triangle, something going on in that house. But you can't. I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to subscribe right now. I don't know what you're gonna do. I mean, y'all in some type of circle or some now. I mean, y'all okay with it now? The only thing I can think of that y'all actually can do is subscribe. That's the best thing that y'all can do. For real. I love y'all so much. Woo! That's a scoop. Woo.